Try to rinse them really good. Get all that bleach off of them. Also removes any remaining little stubborn pollen mites that might still be falling onto the cocoons there. Okay, that's it. Cocoons are nice and clean now. All the junk's off of them, and you can see that for the most part. I'll take those, dump those in here. I got another one to do, and then we'll head out to the other room. Okay, out in my drying room. I ended up washing these after all. I got the bee cocoons. Got the males here and the females. I'm a little crowded in here, so you'll have to excuse me. As you, well, I don't know if you can see it all. Let me try to work my way through this mess. I'm a little handcuffed in here. This room's not real big. Over there in the end is my fan. You can see my screen. It's just a big window screen or door screen, and it's just sitting there. So I'll place the cocoons. I'll put all the females at one end. I'll put the males at the other end. I'll turn the fan on low for a couple hours, and I'll come back in here and I'll remove the bees from the screen, place them back in those baking tins is what I use. And then to the right, you can probably hear them, are my 3 dedicated refrigerators. The bees go in, and they will remain there all winter. So this is basically the gist of it. I get over everything without tripping and breaking something. Just dump the bees out on the screen. Kind of spread them out. If you can't see this, you'll be able to see the next batch when I do the males. Hopefully you can see. There's the females. And I'll take the males, I'll put them at this end. And spread them out a little bit. That's it. Turn the fan on low. I'll come back out here in a couple hours. Bees will be dry, cocoons will be dry, and we'll put them back in the trays and get them back in the fridge. And that's pretty much the process for once they've gone from the orchard to my home to set up for the summer, let them develop, and then how to extract them and clean them in preparation going into the fridge to await spring. That's it. Thanks. Okay, last time we spoke, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about what we do with the bees when they come home from the orchard. And we put them in the organza bags with the insect strips, and we eventually open them up, extract the cocoons, sex them, clean them, dry them, and then of course put them in the refrigerator. Eventually the bees will come out of the refrigerator. They will be hand counted Takes a while, and then they'll be go back in the fridge and wait till spring. Before that counting process takes place, there is one more thing I do. Of course, no one has to do this. I simply do this because I make these bees available to others, and I want to ensure that you only receive the finest quality of bees that are available, that you have no insect issues and such as that. So I'm going to try to show you that process. It's done in the dark, but we will do the best we can. And I'm going to show you how I candle the cocoons. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Look at these bees out here on this screen. I'm going to try and stay out of the way of the camera as best I can. These over here where you can see. It's not normally where I do this. I just set this up for this purpose, and so we can try to record this in here. One of the darkest rooms I have, I think. During the day, that is. Lay these bees out flat on the screen so they're not laying on top of each other. I can see one issue with one cocoon here, but hopefully we'll dial that in with the lights. Look at that. I think that works. I may stop and start a couple times to zoom this in so everyone can see. Shut this door, turn this light off, and turn another light on. Bear with me. Now, I know you can't see this very well. Let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit. I'm going to stop this and get this set up. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's first of all try this with the black light. Someone had recommended that I use a black light. I've tried it. It works. Not as good as some other things, I think, but actually I'm shining the light right underneath the cocoons. As that light passes underneath the cocoons, you should be able to pinpoint some issues. This cocoon right here, I can see straight through it, so I know that cocoon is not viable. Let's look here. I put a small batch here so it's not too much. There's one I'm not quite sure about. Anyway, well, here's one. This cocoon is not viable. Bee, for whatever reason, did not develop. I could see right through that cocoon and see that. Anyway, here's another one. Believe it or not, I do this with all my cocoons. It's a little bit of work, but it ensures the best quality cocoons coming to you. Here's another one that is not viable. Anyway, the black light does work. It's a little slower. It'll look a little harder. Here's another one. There's one. Okay, there's a few with that. I'm going to show you another light. This is the light that I prefer. I'm going to hang this up here. Hopefully add a little bit of light here so you can see. Hopefully. Yeah, you can see a little bit. I just backed up and looked at that. I'm going to try another light. This is another light that I use. It is a LED light. I will shine right up here through the cocoons this way. It produces a lot more light through those cocoons. I can really see up in through those cocoons. You can see the bees in the cocoons, which is pretty cool. I can show the kids if you want to do that. That's always fun to do. I was doing some of that the other day, as a matter of fact. I will actually try to show you a bee in a cocoon here in a few minutes. Here's another cocoon that's not good. Another cocoon. You may think this is a lot, and we had kind of a funny year this year for whatever reason. Some areas had monos, and we kind of had those in check for a while, and a little bit of chalk brood, not too much. I managed that pretty well with the bleach. Someone had said don't use bleach, it's not natural. And so for a couple of years I didn't, and then I started developing a chalk brood issue, so I went back to bleach. So if anybody thinks that you shouldn't use it, well, don't use it if you choose, but I need to use it. So that's a nice big bee in that cocoon right there. I'm going to set that aside and show you guys that in a minute, or attempt to. Some of these I'm not 100% sure on. I have another light that is even better. This is my quick window light. That cocoon right there I will also attempt to show you. I think it has monos in it. It's another reason I candle these things. I do not want to spread these pesky little invasive species wasp any farther than they already are. I don't know how well you can see this on the video. Like I said, I'm just going around candling these things real quickly. Okay. The rest of them look pretty good. Except for that one. And that one. Okay. I'll probably go back through these one more time before I'm finished. But anyway, that's that. Okay. I have this other light. If you can see this. This is my real work light. This actually shines a beam of light up through this piece here, this little piece of glass. And it really, let me move this over here so I can see. This thing really projects a beam of light up through these cocoons. Now, I don't know if I am going to try and put this in front of the camera. I do not know if you're going to be able to see this. Let's see here. How do I get in front of the... Can you see in there? Oh, of course my phone's going to go off. Can you see in there? There's a bee in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can look right through that cocoon and see that bee in there. Hopefully you guys can see that. It is amazing. It's just so cool. I'm going to put that back down. Turn my phone off here. Bear with me a minute. It's Thanksgiving. I'm sure one of my grandkids, I think that's one of my grandkids calling to wish me a happy Thanksgiving. Okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not either. This cocoon has monos in it. Now, when you shine this light through this thing, through this cocoon, I think you can see it.